by Brahmakumaris. So please maintain silence, experience the peace within so that you can enjoy the peace outside. Over to Brother David.
भारती है पथ निहारती, मूल्य भरे दृश्य लिए आई नव सदी। स्वागत करें मिलके सतयुग का हम, आइए बढ़ाइए आप भी कदम। स्वागतम 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 स्वागतम। आरती ले भारती है पथ निहारती, स्वागत करें मिलके सतयुग का हम, आइए बढ़ाइए आप भी कदम। स्वागतम 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 स्वागतम। आध्यात्म के आधार से, सहयोग से सहकार से, आध्यात्म के आधार से, सहयोग से सहकार से, सुविचार से सत्कार से, शुभ कामना व प्यार से, स्वर्ग लाके लेंगे दम, लेते हैं कसम। स्वागतम 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 स्वागतम। विश्वास के रातों जगत खिले, साथ में भगवान को भी हाथ है मिले। आशा व विश्वास के लाखों चमन खिले, साथ में भगवान को भी हाथ है मिले। आपके कदम चले कदमों कदम चले, जग चमन में चैनो मन फूले फले। विघ्न आपदा के आए कितने ही झोंके, सत्य पथ का कार्य वो रुकता नहीं रोके। खुद बदल के जग बदलने आए हैं मौसम। स्वागतम 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 स्वागतम। भारती ले भारती है पथ निहारती, मूल्य भरे दृश्य लिए आई नव सदी। स्वागत करें मिलके सतयुग का हम, आइए बढ़ाइए आप भी कदम। स्वागतम 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 स्वागतम।
very beautiful. Devanshi Devang Vaidya wonderfully performed and welcomed all of you all and the delegates. I would like to quickly brief you about Devanshi. She is a PhD in Bharatanatyam classical dance, went to Poland and Paris to represent India with the cultural dance, running own dance classes in Dr. S. Radhakrishnan School, Malad, taking private tuitions of Bollywood, Zumba and Bharatanatyam dances, and has worked as a computer teacher in St. Thomas High School. Went as a judge for cultural program in government schools. So quite a lot of talented Devanshi. Thank you so much for welcoming all of us with the traditional classic dance. I would also love to welcome Dr. Arun Sawant. He is an ex-Vice Chancellor for the University of Mumbai and the ex-Vice Chancellor for the Rajasthan University, and Dr. Sunil Patil, for the Director of Development of Students Development. So I would love to welcome Dr. Arun and Dr. Sunil Patil. Please come on the desk, sir. I would request vehicle number 5037 to please move the car. It's standing right in the between. We have Mr. Pradeep Nambiar also on the stage with us, Director of the Mumbai Metro News Network. Welcome, sir. With a wonderful welcome, with a wonderful dance, with the wonderful music, and the discovery of peace by all of us within us, and now to explore more, I would request Dr. Binny Serene, the Regional Director. So let's all enlighten ourselves with beautiful candles in the hand and spreading the message of peace to the world. Let's not forget the child within us. Let's not forget the happiness within us. Let's all enlighten ourselves with each and every single moment of where we feel peace within us. Try to spread it as many people come across you every day. In each and every situations of life, let's enlighten ourselves like these diyas and these candles. The beautiful atmosphere and the view which I'm seeing right now and witnessing is so amazing that it gives an extreme immense happiness which gives us peace within again. It's one of the most memorable day for the Global Peace and Prosperity Initiative in India, having the founder with us and all these delegates spreading the message of peace to all of you. Let's all say, I am peace.
Years. When he finished, he was almost blind from the paint that had dripped into his eyes. But what did he do? He believed in himself and in his work, his art. What do you believe in? If you believe in peace and love, and I don't say you, I say we, then we need to become peace and love by our thoughts, our words, our actions. Walt Disney, Disneyland, he went bankrupt 4 times before he succeeded. Albert Einstein, his doctoral dissertation was rejected. It was called irrelevant. Yes, but he didn't stop. Oh, Albert Einstein. Yes, sorry. And Thomas Edison. He said, I'm not discouraged. He failed 1,000 times before he invented the light bulb. He said, I'm not discouraged because every wrong attempt discarded is another step forward. He knew what not to do. And that's the way we do it in our lives. We figure out what works and what doesn't work, and to not repeat what doesn't work. We have a myriad of choices every moment. Our minds will take us wherever we wish. And I know Many people are weighed down with challenges that are absolutely no fault of their own. But right now, today, we have choices relative to how we deal with our past and our present circumstances. True? Yes. So the principle of choice makes change possible. And I won't go through the next story, but it's about Viktor Frankl. How many know Viktor Frankl's story? So, one? So Viktor Frankl, he realized that the most valuable freedom is the freedom to choose how we respond to life. No matter what is happening around us, can we be peaceful? Yes, absolutely. And that, my friends, is a choice. Every thought begins with every thought. And so I'm not going to go through this, but Eleanor Roosevelt said, no one, this is a wife of one of the US presidents, she said, no one can offend me without my permission. I'm going to repeat that. No one can offend me, can make me angry without my permission. It's about choice. We choose to be offended. We choose to be angry. And if we can choose to be angry, we can choose to be forgiving, to be kind and loving. Did you ever hear that if when you are unforgiving, it's like taking poison and expecting the other person to die? It hurts you far more than it hurts them, right? So it all starts with our self-beliefs. Do you believe in your heart of hearts that you can be peaceful? Yes. I'm going to say that again, then you're going to answer with a resounding yes. Do you believe in your heart of hearts that you can be peace?
Yes.
Thank you. I do too. But it's an everyday effort, right? Self-beliefs are the key to change. Your actions are always consistent with your beliefs, and your beliefs can be changed. Absolutely. So we don't have time for some of these. But the key is you. Believe that you can change your negative self-beliefs, like I'm not good enough, or why can't I ever understand that computer? Well, those are negative thoughts. We need to release ourselves from those, right? Identify the beliefs that we need to change, and then learn and use key skills. And we don't have time for all the teachings of that, but just one. To learn how to control our thoughts. Are you ready? Are you ready, my friends in the back?
Yes.
Okay, you want to know how you can control your thoughts? Because every word and every action begins with a thought. All right, the first step when a negative thought comes in is to just label it. Just say, hey, that was negative. That was unkind. That was critical. That was judgmental. That wasn't like me. I usually don't think negative thoughts. And you can say that to yourself. That's good self-talk. It's popping. I apologize. So then you replace it. You just had a negative thought. You said that was unkind. And then you replace it with a kind thought. If I knew her better, I would understand why she just said that to me. You just be kind in your heart with a replacing thought. Is this helpful? And I know it's just a reminder to you because you already do all these things. But you say to yourself, I can do anything I decide to do. Positive talk, right? If I keep working at this, it's going to get easier. Yeah, see, positive talk. And then focus forward. Don't go to that past. Don't go, especially the women. We worry a lot. And we feel guilty about making decisions that we should have made different decisions, right? So here's what we say to ourselves in our life. Hey, each day I'm getting better and better. Let's say that, right? Go. Hey, each day I'm getting better and better. This is one of the things that Dr. Binney teaches. And here's a magnificent quote. And everyone who can read English, let's say it with me. Okay, ready, go. I made the best decision I could with the
Information I had at the time. Now I have more information and it will be better in the future.
Yes,
Yes.
great talk. Great
Very.
self-talk. It all comes down to how
Very
badly
terms of
do we want to create positive change in our life. And that reminds me of the story of Socrates. And the young man came to Socrates and he said, I want your wisdom, I want your knowledge, I want to know what you know. And he said, very well, come with me. And he took the young man down to a nearby pond and he put his head under the water for a long time. And finally he pulled him out and the kid was just sputtering. And he said, Socrates, why did you do that? And Socrates said, when your head was under the water, what did you want most in all the world? Air! I wanted air. And he said to this young man, when you want wisdom and knowledge as badly as you wanted air, you'll find a way to get it. And my brothers and sisters, when you want peace, when we all want peace, love, badly enough, we'll find a way to get it. Quickly, I'll go quick. This is our second belief. I am joyful and confident. Yes. I create my own happiness. True? Yes, we do. Abraham Lincoln, one of our presidents, said, folks are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. I think that's true. And so here is a study that you will really enjoy. This was done with 2,000 people over a 10-year period. This is a very substantial study. And in 1994, and it was at Stanford University in California in the US. And here's what it said. Happy people do not experience one success after another, and unhappy people one failure after another. Instead, surveys show that happy and unhappy people tend to have had very similar life experiences. The difference is that the average unhappy person spends more than twice as much time thinking about unpleasant events in their lives. Yes. And the happy people tend to, this is a verb, seek, and rely upon information that brightens their personal outlook. Yes. These are principles of truth, my friend. So choose to be happy. Now I'd love to have you say, I choose to be happy. Ready, go. I choose to be happy. I choose to be loving. I choose to be loving. One more. I choose to be peaceful. Ready, go. I choose to be peaceful. It's a choice. It's a choice. Very fast, because Debbie is like, oh, hurry. I love her. I am so grateful for her and for her sister, Nina, and all of you who worked so hard to bring this together. I love you, I appreciate you, and I love each one of you. So 8 ways to create your own joy. Are you ready? What's the first one? What do you think is going to be the first one? Yes, think gratitude. Be grateful for what you have. Don't look and think about what you don't have. Enjoy what you have. Yes. Okay, I'll just keep going. So I was honored to represent the United States at NATO headquarters some years ago. And we all were telling what we had done to improve the families in our nations. And many of us spoke, and then at the end, one lady stood up, and she was from Mali. Where is Mali? It's one of the 57 nations of Africa, young people. Africa is not a nation. Africa has 57 nations in it. And she stood up and she said, I don't do the fancy things that you do to strengthen the families in my country. She said, we don't live in homes. We live in lean-tos and in huts and in caves. And she said, each morning, the women of our village take their shovels and we find out who had died the night before from AIDS, and we bury them. And if it is the second parent, then we take their children and we raise them. And here's the line that changed me forever. She said, I'm currently raising 25 children in my cave. No husband, no electricity, no running water. This is a daughter of God who is tending his children with no thought of reward of any kind. Those are the people who are my heroes. Ah, Mother Teresa, another hero. She said, spread love wherever you go. First of all, give love in your home, to your husband, your wife, your children, your next door neighbor. Here's my favorite line of my favorite poem. She said, let no one ever come to you without leaving better and happier. Be the living expression of God's kindness. Kindness in your face, kindness in your smile, kindness in your warm greeting. Close quote. So she said, I had something on my wall that I read almost every day. Would you like to know what she read to make Mother Teresa, to help her become who she was, such a saint? She read this. It was written by a man named Kent Keith. And it goes like this. People are often unreasonable and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you're kind, people may accuse you of ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are honest, people may cheat you. Be honest anyway. If you find happiness, people may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today may be forgotten tomorrow. Do good anyway. Give the world the best you have and it may never be enough. Give your best anyway. For you see, in the end, it's between you and God. It never was between you and them. Anyway. Mother Teresa. Be flexible and cheerful. Your ability to just not sweat the small stuff, to be flexible, is an indication of your strength of character. And the number 4 is to be passionate about something. What are you passionate about? When you wake up in the morning, what do you think about? I know what the bodies are passionate about, and I love you for being so passionate about the love and the kindness and the harmony and the peace. You're so light-filled, and I just am so grateful that you're my brothers and sisters. Positive self-talk, healthy self-fulfilling prophecy. We already did this, so I'm just going to keep going. And then I want to let you know that you can ignore your negative thoughts. We all have thoughts. There was a study that said there were about 50,000 thoughts a day. Not sure how they did that, but nonetheless. And some are going to be negative, some are going to be positive. We want to work on getting them all to be positive, of course. And we only have 2 choices. We can worry about those, or we can what? Just dismiss them. I'm going to go through those, just skip over. Number 7 is to eliminate all negative expressions. Instead of saying, I'll never get through this, there's so much to do. You know, if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. I mean, we say these things to ourselves, so you understand that. Number 8 is to ask good questions. Sometimes we say things like, why can't I remember names? We ask bad questions. Instead, you just say, What can I do to make myself feel happier right now? That's a great question. What can I learn from this to make me a better person? By improving the words that you consistently use, you can immediately improve the quality of your thoughts, your emotions, and your life. So we're not going to do that next one. We're just going to leave that there. My sweet friends, I'd like to close by sharing my love with you and letting you know that this global prosperity and peace initiative is for you to take advantage of. We have free. It's all free. I am not here to sell anything, ever. And it is education to strengthen you in every area of your life, mentally, physically, emotionally, socially, spiritually, and you can teach me more about that, financially, and all your relationships. We want to give this to you, and we are happy to give it to you at totallifeexcellence.org. totallifeexcellence.org. And before I finish, the reason I need to tell Benny that the only reason that our website is prosperityandpeace.org instead of peace and prosperity is because peace and prosperity was already gone. All right, I love you. I leave you my love, and may you enjoy peace today and always. You want me to sing it? All right. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Do you know the song? Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God, our Creator, we are family. Let us walk with each other in a perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to live each moment and take each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
छोरी रंगे जैसी ब्रिज होरी तैसी अंत कहीं होरी ना। बोलो ब्रिज धाम की जय, बोलो नंदग्राम की जय, बोलो बरसान धाम की जय, जय श्री राधे श्याम कुंवर की जय, जय बोलो वृषभानु नंदिनी की जय। आज बिरज में होरी है रे रसिया, आज बिरज में होरी है रे रसिया, होरी तो होरी पर जोरी है रे रसिया, होरी तो होरी पर जोरी है रे रसिया, आज बिरज में होरी है रे रसिया। गुलाल लाल भय बादल, केसर की पिचकारी है रे रसिया, केसरिया की धारी पिचकारी है रे रसिया, आज बिरज में होली है रे रसिया, आज बिरज में होली है रे रसिया। खेलने आयो बरसाना, मोहन डोले गली गली, महलन में क्यों छुप के बैठी, बाहर आजा बिस्बान लली है। होली खेलने आयो बरसाना, मोहन डोले गली गली, महलन में क्यों छुप के बैठी, बाहर आजा बिस्बान लली है। कर दे बे तो लाल हरी है, महलन में क्यों चुप कर बैठी, बाहर अदब सुधार लगे। होली खेलने आयो बरसाना, मोहन डोले गली गली, महलन में क्यों चुप के बैठी, बाहर अदब सुधार लगे। बोलो बरसानी धाम की जय, जय श्री राधे श्याम कुंवर की जय, जय बोलो विश्वभानु नंदिनी की जय। खेलन बरसाने आए नटवर नंद किशोर, भाग खेलन बरसाने आए नटवर नंद किशोर, नटवर नंद किशोर, नटवर नंद किशोर, राधे 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 नटवर नंद किशोर, नटवर नंद किशोर, भाग खेलन बरसाने आए नटवर नंद किशोर, भाग खेलन बरसाने आए नटवर नंद किशोर। हो बरसा हो बरसा हो बरसाने की कुंज कलिन में मोर बन आयो रसिया, हो बरसाने की कुंज कलिन में मोर बन आयो रसिया, अरे रे रे आयो रसिया, मोर बन आयो रसिया। हो बरसा हो बरसा हो बरसाने की कुंज गलिन में मोर बने आयो रसिया, हो बरसाने की कुंज गलिन में मोर बने आयो रसिया। बजे तंबूरा झूम झूम झनन, पायल बज रही झूम झूम झनन, बजे तंबूरा झूम झूम झनन, पायल बज रही झूम झूम झनन, सतसुरन श्री नारायण की बाजे बांसुरिया, राधे 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 सतसुरन श्री नारायण की बाजे बांसुरिया, अरे रे रे आयो रसिया, मोर बड़े आयो रसिया। हो बरसा हो बरसा हो बरसाने की कुंज गलिन में मोर बने आयो रसिया, हो बरसाने की कुंज गलिन में मोर बने आयो रसिया। जुग जुग जियो गोरी नाचन हारी हो झुक झुक जियो गोरी नाचन हारी हो झुक झुक जियो गोरी नाचन हारी हो झुक झुक जियो गोरी नाचन हारी ऐसो शीस फले रसिया को ऐसो शीस फले रसिया को नटवर कुंज विहारी हो झुक झुक जियो गोरी नाचन हारी 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 बोलो राधे राधे श्याम राधे 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 श्याम राधे वृंदावन में राधे राधे वृंदावन में राधे राधे जमुनागढ़ में राधे राधे बंसीगढ़ में राधे राधे नंदग्राम में राधे राधे बरसाने में राधे राधे राधाकुंड में राधे राधे श्यामकुंड में राधे राधे गोवर्धन में राधे राधे मथुरावन में राधे 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 बोलो बरसाने धाम की जय जय श्री राधे श्याम कुंवर की जय जय बोलो वृषभानुनंदिनी की जय।
Friends, these are the students of University of Mumbai, Clara's College Warsaw, affiliated to Mumbai University, and dance choreographed by Mr. Amit Bharat and Amol Babu.